when you're getting lean and you start fixing up your diet, start eating very clean, um, you'll get comments from strangers or from coworkers or from friends or family. Um, and it's just so clear now to me, and it's so clear when you're on this journey that just people do not have a concept of what good nutrition is, man. And it's so disappointing. And, I'm in the United States, where our nutrition is just absolutely cooked, right? Processed foods everywhere, fast food everywhere. Um, just the worst things for you, always available. Even health foods that are, marketed as health foods, like things like granola or trail mix, or even all these protein bars that you see everywhere now, are just not actually healthy foods. And everyone thinks that they're eating sort of healthy when they're actually eating just complete slop, right? And yeah, man, I've had so many of these experiences now, when I've been eating healthy, when I've been out and about. You get these comments, like, for example, I was on a work trip and I bought some hard-boiled eggs, right? Which, tip for you all, if you are in your deficit, and you're trying to eat healthy while you're traveling, get some hard-boiled eggs. They are an easy source of protein, of fats, usually only around 70 calories, no extra added oils. And that's going to be a great protein source instead of any of the like eggs you're going to buy at like uh, a store, or I mean, not at a store, but at like a restaurant, that are probably going to have added oils and added butter. So, anyways, I'm with my hard-boiled eggs, eating those in the morning, and one of the people there that I'm with at this conference turns to me and says, "Oh man, you're eating those hard-boiled eggs. Those probably have a lot of microplastics in them." And I just started laughing because, number one, no, they don't. They are wrapped in plastic, um, just like everything else you're eating, especially chips, ultra-processed foods. Like, it just seemed ridiculous to me, okay, to say that these hard-boiled eggs have microplastics in them. But I hit them really hard with the rebuttal, right? I was like, yeah, well, those eggs that you're eating probably have added oils, added butter. So I'll take my chances with the microplastics, right? And some people around me laughed. But just ridiculous, right? Oh my God, yeah, microplastics in the hard-boiled eggs. I mean, even if that's true, again, like whatever you're eating is way worse, right? And again, it's always the funniest people saying this to you, right? Because they have, this person in particular had some chips next to them. Um, had I'll give her, she had some fruits, so good for her. But I had a ton of oatmeal with like a ton of granola in there, a ton of cranberries, dried cranberries, which aren't that bad, right? But in excess, they can be. So, it's always the funniest people saying this to you, right? Who have no concept of nutrition, and somehow they're nutrition experts, when they see you eating healthy, right? So that was really, really funny. Um, One that you'll get a lot is if you're drinking diet soda. Everyone has an opinion on diet soda, right? The most common one you'll get, oh my God, aspartame. You're drinking all that aspartame in there. Wow, it's so bad for you. Um, and the other comment I got specifically on this work trip was, oh yeah, I don't drink diet soda because it's really bad for your teeth. So, I don't want to mess up my teeth like that. Um, I get this comment as they're drinking normal soda. I'm like, yeah, you know what else isn't good for your teeth? Normal soda with normal ass sugar in it. That's terrible for you, right? So yeah, I mean, drinking diet soda in excess can be bad. I'm sure it's not the best for your teeth. It's also not the best for your gut health. I'll admit, I went overboard. One day I had like 10 diet sodas. And it was bad for my gut health, right? I was feeling some type of way. So definitely you can overdo it with the diet sodas, right? Don't let anyone tell you that you can't, but have them in moderation like anything else. And of course, guys, it's gonna be 100% better than drinking regular soda, man. Of course it is. It just is. It's 0 calories, right? Regardless whether you're drinking diet soda or not, or just regular soda, you're still drinking some processed ass shit anyways. It just, if you're gonna make the argument about diet soda, you should just be drinking no soda at all. How about that? But that is a hilarious comment. You'll always get from people, oh, diet sodas are terrible for you, right? So I'm too scared to drink those. Yet they're drinking pretty much everything else, and even drinking alcohol, right? Which is a whole nother thing of just how bad it is for you, right? So just notice these things when you are on your fitness journey, when you're trying to get lean and you're trying to eat healthy. Everyone has an opinion on what you're doing, and you just really have to drown them out, man, because they really don't know what they're talking about, right? People just do not have a concept of nutrition. It's crazy, right? Some of the comments you get from people are some of the most unhealthy people, right? Like on this work trip, I was, labeled as oh, there he goes again. He's eating healthy, blah, 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 blah. In the comments you get, specifically this one guy who was just always going in on me, and I don't take it personally. I'm just like laughing about it, right? Because at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing it for, and I see the results, and I feel the results, right? I feel amazing. So I'm like, yeah, you guys laugh, but at the end of the day, I'm locked in. I feel great, and really, your comments just kind of bounce off of me because I do feel great. And anyways, this guy, a little bit of an older guy, had some surgeries, right? We went into the pool, and he had some heart surgeries done on him, right? And this dude is still eating unhealthily, right? And he's over here criticizing me for eating healthy when dude has had some heart surgeries, is probably not the best health wise, should be eating the way I'm eating, but still has something to say and still has to make fun of the way I'm eating, right? Make it make sense, guys. Just it's a weird place to be in the United States when you get these comments from the most unhealthy people, and the people that really should be taking it seriously, right? So um, obviously, no hate to that guy. He's actually a really nice guy. But it's just those little things you notice, like the unhealthiest people are the ones who are usually criticizing, right? So yeah, guys, just wanted to come on here and talk about that, vent a little bit about that. If you're getting these comments from folks, it means you're doing the right thing and you're on your way. So just stick to it, right? And don't let it affect you. Um, and yeah, man, just Americans, we have no concept of nutrition. We're so cooked. But anyways, guys, that's the video. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Check out my other social media pages. I have an Instagram, a TikTok, so I'll be posting some more stuff on there. Other than that, I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks, guys.